Before we continue, I want you to notice something. Right now, while watching this video, many of you are probably already distracted. Maybe you're checking your notifications, maybe you're thinking about opening Instagram, maybe YouTube recommendations are tempting you to click away. And statistically, most people watching this video won't even make it to the end. Think about that for a second. If you can't stay focused for just 10 minutes on a video that could potentially change your perspective, how are you going to stay focused on a goal that takes months or even years? How are you going to build a business, get fit, master a skill, or create the life you dream about? Success requires sustained attention, and attention is becoming one of the rarest things in today's world. So here's my challenge to you. Watch this entire video until end without skipping, without checking your phone, and without opening another app. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why most people fail, and more importantly, how you can avoid becoming one of them. Every person has dreams. Some want to become rich, some want to get fit, some want to build a business, and some want to freedom. But here's the interesting part. Almost everyone wants success, yet very few actually achieve it. Why? Because wanting success and working for success are two completely different things. Success isn't building in one day. It is built through small decisions repeated every single day. And most people make the wrong decisions. First reason, they choose comfort over growth. We live in the most comfortable time in the history. Entertainment is one click away, food is one click away, dopamine is one click away. Feeling bored? Open social media. Feeling stressed? Watch videos. Feeling uncomfortable? Distract yourself. We have become addicted to comfort, and comfort itself isn't bad. The problem begins when comfort becomes lifestyle. Let's be honest. How many times have you said, I'll start tomorrow, tomorrow I'll study, tomorrow I'll go to gym, tomorrow I'll start my business, tomorrow I'll start reading. But tomorrow never comes. Instead, we scroll for just 5 minutes and suddenly 2 hours have disappeared. We have all done it. Small choices repeated every day eventually become your life. The successful few learn to do difficult things even when they don't feel like it. Now, coming to the second reason. They lack consistency. Most people are motivated. Very few are disciplined. Motivation feels exciting. Discipline feels boring. Everyone starts strong. You watch an inspiring video, you create a perfect timetable, you plan your entire future, and for the next 2 days, you are unstoppable. Now, that is when life happens. You miss one workout, one study session, or one idea of business, and suddenly you convince yourself that you have failed, so you quit. The truth is, success is boring. It's waking up and doing the same things repeatedly, even when you don't feel like you're motivated. Most people quit too early, and that's why they never experience the rewards of consistency. Now, something that I've spoke about even in my previous videos, the fear of judgment. Many people never even begin. Why? Because they are afraid. Not of failure, but being judged. Have you ever wanted to post something online but stopped because what if nobody watches? What if people laugh? What if they make fun of me? The truth is, almost every successful creator, entrepreneur, athlete, or business owner once had those same fears. But they started anyway. You cannot build an extraordinary life while seeking approval from everyone. Confidence doesn't come before action. Confidence comes after action, along your way, not before you start. Now, coming to the next reason. They have no clear direction. Imagine boarding a train without knowing where it's going. Sounds ridiculous, right? Yet, that's exactly how many people live. Wake up, check your phone, scroll, attend classes or work, come home, watch videos, sleep, repeat. Days become weeks, weeks become months, months become years, years become life. And one day, people wake up wondering, where did all the time go? Without goals, life becomes automatic. You don't need an entire life figured out, but you should know what you are aiming for. Yes. Now comes the next important part. The fifth reason. They never take responsibility. Yes, this might be difficult to hear, but your life is your responsibility. Life can be unfair. Some people begin with advantages, true. But blaming your parents, society, or your past or your circumstances will never improve your future. You cannot change your circumstances, but definitely you can change the decision that you're going to take next. You cannot change your past, but you can change yourself to make a better future for yourself. The moment you take complete responsibility for your life, you take back the control. And control is the biggest part. Now, how to escape these 99% and get the top 1%, get successful in your life and build a life you dream about. First, learn delayed gratification. Choose what most over what you want now. Now, what does this mean? Choosing what you want the most. Maybe at this point you will want to order something junk or want to scroll up. But do you realize what you want the most? That is probably your success in future. So instead of choosing what you want the most now, choose what you want the most later on. That is a very difficult choice to make, but yet the most important one. Second thing, stay consistent. Even on bad days, do something. Read a page, do one workout, one paragraph, edit one video. Consistency is the key. We have all heard about it. Yet it is the toughest thing to follow if you feel like, but once you get into the flow, it naturally becomes your habit and you do it. Make a list of non-negotiables. That means a list wherein you'll note down what all you'll do even on the worst days. Maybe just that one page or one workout, that can be among the list of non-negotiables. And that's really important. And get that done even when you don't feel like doing it. Now next thing, as I've told you many a times, stop seeking validation. You don't need permission to start. Now, next is set clear goals. Know exactly what you're working towards, and finally, keep promises to yourself. As I told you, your mind trusts what it has seen, what you have done it for yourself. When you keep promises to yourself, it tells you that yes, you're someone who can do it. Start small. Maybe it's studying for 30 minutes every day. Maybe it's posting one video. Maybe it's reading 10 pages every day. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build self-respect. And self-respect is where the discipline begins. Now, there's another important mistake that many of us make. That is trying to figure out everything at once and never actually starting. Planning too much but never executing. That is not how it works. Yes, your plan will never be perfect. When you go along, you will make mistakes and you learn from those mistakes and you change your plan. You upgrade it, right? So start. It's not just about watching videos or planning and going on planning. Do something. Start right now. At the end of the day, the difference between the 99% and 1% isn't intelligence. It's daily choices. Every single day you have two options. Choose comfort or growth, excuses or responsibility, instant gratification or long-term success. The decisions seem small in the moment, but over years, those decisions determine your entire life. The question is, will you remain part of the 99% or will you become part of the few who dare to do what most people won't? Now, if you want to become the best version of yourself, subscribe because this channel is dedicated to growth, discipline, and building a meaningful life.